Welcome to Books in Sum, your go-to for bite-sized book summaries.
Click by Rom and Ori Brafman. In Click, brothers Ori and Rom Brafman investigate the forces behind this phenomenon and suggest concrete ways that we can bring about instantaneous connections, or what they call quick-set intimacy. They explain why we experience click moments as meaningful, and why such meaningful connections matter greatly to our well-being. They also explain why meeting someone for the first time can make you high and how those very first moments can lend a magical quality to the rest of a relationship. Finally, they explain why a hostage negotiator would tell a hostage taker about the day his mother died and why sharing a dorm could spur a consistently bad basketball team onto an incredible winning streak. A study conducted by psychologists found that those married couples who experienced an immediate and intense connection when they first met had a more passionate marriage. The study compared couples with different romantic histories, such as those who were friends before beginning a romantic relationship, those who'd been through a traditional courtship period, and those who'd fallen madly in love the moment they met. The results showed that even after 25 years of marriage, a couple which had experienced love at first sight continued to differ from each other noticeably, whereas in the first two groups the spouses were much more similar to each other. However, the couples whose relationship began with a passionate first encounter also continued to show the highest levels of passion, even after more than 2 decades. This suggests that, in the conbook of a magical first encounter, an entire relationship will appear as something special. The most important details in this book are that clicking is an important factor in the successful interaction of trained professionals, and that a group who clicks communicates more effectively and can result in increased proficiency. Additionally, those who click are able to discuss difficult matters in a positive, constructive way, and are more likely to persevere through difficult times. Finally, a team that clicks is also more creative and able to make unconventional, even daring decisions. In one experiment, MBA students in groups which clicked competed against groups that didn't. Making yourself vulnerable to others can lead to an intimate connection being established. This can be done by gently prompting strangers to reveal intimate information to each other, such as their deepest secrets or fears. In one study, students who'd never met before were instructed to interview each other, posing a series of probing and increasingly intimate questions. This mechanism in which one person's openness and vulnerability leads another person to open up is the same strategy that a hostage negotiator uses to gain an influence on the tense, unstable hostage taker. Spatial proximity also plays a part, as 4 new teammates played together so well that the Gators won 17 consecutive games. Studies have shown that being physically near to another person is a better predictor of social bonding than other criteria like age or shared interests. This is because being near to someone facilitates spontaneous communication, and that communication leads to bonding. The effect of proximity on clicking can also be seen in the phenomenon in which many people perceive familiar people as more attractive. In order to captivate an audience, you have to be attuned to your spectators and fully immersed in your performance. In a casting session, up to 100 actors read the same lines, but one actor appears and the atmosphere changes. Captivating an audience means being fully engaged not only with your performance, but also with the task at hand. When a performer is in a flow state and fully engaged with the audience, their verve will spread through the audience like a virus. This phenomenon is caused by a mirroring process, which is mediated by mirror neurons in the brain. We tend to prefer people similar to ourselves and rate such people as more attractive. This similarity bias also extends to other positive attributes, such as intelligent, knowledgeable, and moral. In one experiment, participants who were asked by a student to assess a paper she'd written were twice as likely to agree to do it if they believed that the student shared the same birthday. Family members are usually those who care about us the most, and people who have traits in common with us stand a better chance of becoming our close friends. Additionally, belonging to a close community and overcoming adversity together can facilitate clicking. In Sweat Lodge Ceremony, Native Americans huddle in a tiny hut and endure the overwhelming heat together. This activity prompts such intense an intimate connection due to shared adversity. In a clearly defined community, members are able to let down their defenses and make themselves vulnerable, and therefore assume that any secrets they've shared are safe within the group. Finally, in a club or clan, members are constrained or encouraged to be physically close to each other on a regular basis. People with traits that make them more prone to click with others are more attuned to social cues and act appropriately in social situations. They are also more aware of their self-presentation and more adept at adjusting it to the needs of others. Finally, being part of the same group generates a sense of similarity and belonging, which is essential for making instant connections. Click-prone people are social chameleons, able to adjust their behavior to complement the other's behavior and give them what they want. This can lead to a special quality in the relationship, and teams that click are more productive than teams that don't. Actionable advice includes finding common ground, focusing on the similarities you share, bringing a team together to improve their performance, and putting them in a challenge together to enhance their sense of shared membership and belonging to the same distinctive group.
We hope you found this summary helpful in your listening journey. If you're interested in diving deeper into the topic or getting your hands on the whole book, be sure to check the description below where we've included links to the book and other related products that may be useful to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our latest book summaries. And feel free to leave a comment with any suggestions or requests for books you'd like us to cover. Thanks again for tuning in and happy listening.